Good afternoon, everyone. And I generally do start my presentations with acknowledgements to my teachers of my residency and my fellowship. And my topic for today is to talk in favor of performing perimetry by residents. And we all know that the role of perimetry in ophthalmic practice cannot be overemphasized. Coming to the question, why performing perimetry by residents, and we look at it from 2 points of view, the resident learning point of view and the patient care point of view. The first one, that is the resident learning point of view. This was used in the previous slide by the previous speaker. It ensures direct purposeful experiences, which are actually first-hand experiences which serve as the foundation of learning. More senses are used in order to build up knowledge, and hence residents, when they learn by doing things himself or herself, they learn through actual hands-on experiences. It also ensures what is called learning by doing. Learning by doing is a principle which has many proponents and includes learning by doing, learning by discovery versus instruction, practical experience versus book learning, the practice theory, practice dialectic, and proof upon practice. The third point is how residents can then be a part of the decision-making team. Perimetry, we all know, requires a team approach where we have 3 points: the patient, the doctor, and the examiner. And the interplay between all three of them is important. From the patient care point of view, the role of the examiner in a perimetry is all important. With due respect to all our perimetry examiners, the optometrists who generally do the perimetry, the extent of untrustworthy results largely depends on how well the perimetry is performed in clinical practice, and it has been reported to range from 3 to 29% of all visual field tests which are important. Thus, the role of the perimetry examiner is all important. And if the resident is put into the role of the perimetry examiner, it may add to the trustworthiness of the report, obviously under the supervision of more experienced examiners. But what it will do is, it will definitely add to the sensitization of the residents to the problems faced by the patients while performing the perimetry test. The perimetry test is not a very simple test for the patient to perform. And if the patients are there as examiners, then they definitely will be sensitized to the problems faced by the patients. To look at whether perimetry is a part of the curriculum, we look at the ICO residency curriculum. It states that in the second year, the resident should be able to describe and interpret more advanced forms of perimetry, various strategies such as threshold testing, supra-threshold testing, and the special algorithms. When we look at our national curriculum, it says that the resident must be well versed with investigative modalities, although he may or may not perform it himself or herself. However, he should be able to interpret the tests. So to conclude, one may include perimetry in the curriculum as performing perimetry for residents, because it will enhance direct purposeful learning. It will enhance learning by doing. It will make the resident a part of the team and give him the extremely important role of the perimetry examiner, although under supervision, a part of the decision-making process. It may enhance the trustworthiness of the report and will definitely sensitize the resident to patient problems. To conclude, we all have seen this many times before. I hear and I forget. I see and I remember. I do and I understand. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mayur.